Hey Zen friends, welcome to this Pisces new moon reading where we're going to find out about the energies of this new moon. We have Mercury entering its pre-shadow on March 1st and also Venus going into its actual retrograde on that same day, March 1st. So we'll find out more about what this new moon in Pisces is bringing in for us, this watery energy. And we'll look at Venus energy, which of course rolls over how we show love and how we want to be shown love. And Mercury, as it's going to its pre-shadow, it'll be there for, I think a couple weeks before it actually hits its full retrograde, where you're going to start to feel the impact of that around your communication. And so we'll dive into that with the air element to find out what in your areas of communication, because that's how we want to communicate and how we like to be communicated to in a way there, and even travel a little bit. But we'll dive into those energies and get a little extra oomph in there. But let's dive in first, and we're going to be looking here at this Queen of the Moon Oracle just to get the overall energy for this new moon for us and see what Spirit wants us to know. All right, so let's take a look here and see what is the big message for the collective around this Pisces new moon. What would you like us to know? Well, they said they'd make it really, really obvious, so we will keep going here. Okay, until it's really, really obvious here. Okay, and they do want this one here. All right. Let's just move these cards out of the way, and let's see what we have here. We have the waxing crescent moon growth, number 5, the number of change, transformation. I like that. So we'll put her right here, and let's see what else they want us to know here. All right. So this is about rejecting stagnancy. To get unstuck, take action. The choice to grow should be made. Expect growing pains when making huge changes in your life. And change is a natural part of life and cannot be pushed against forever. Change should have aim and purpose. So be courageous. You will blossom. Little affirmation for this is I choose growth. So think of a willow tree. Willows often grow on the sandy banks of a highly shiftable and changeable rivers, yet they reach huge sizes, successfully growing and holding fast in an unpredictable habitat. How do they do this? Well, when you see a young willow on the banks, for a long while it just looks like a feeble stick. It may have a few branches and leaves, but at first the trunk will be fine and flexible rather than robust. What we don't see immediately is the root base. The willow spends a lot of time establishing a veritable root city under the surface. And these roots are long and strong and very numerous, finding their way into many nooks and crannies, holding onto rocks, other established tree roots, and anything that can help with their stability. These roots go off in all directions, thus securing their position just in case the earth begins to shift. Then and only then, once these root networks are established well enough, does the willow put its energy into further growth upward. The trunk begins to thicken and widen and harden and travel upwards to the sky. However, as they grow, the branches have little of the trunk's supportive thickness. They have instead the instruction that they must be flexible. Flexible means they can turn with the sun and survive punishing winds that might threaten to topple the rest of the tree. All of this growth is done with purpose and a divine strategy. Wow. So the waxing lunar cycle calls for growth, but not growth without aim or purpose. And when we understand our current position accept it, and decide to change, we will naturally grow as people. We might experience some growing pains. After all, transformation of any kind is rarely completely easy and trouble-free. Having a strong intention of what the results of our growth will be helps with gaining the courage and resilience to move forward with our growth and into the eventual blossoming of our true self. I love that. Companion stone for this is Charoite, Charoite. I probably murdered that. But I love this. So this is about change, but not just change for the sake of change, but a purposeful change that's coming in here. A lot of the Pisces energy this year in the North Node is all about inward change and transformation, becoming the more and more unique, our unique, authentic self, right? So I love that energy coming in here. Now, we're going to use this little compass kind of approach that I have, where I take a tarot deck. Today's tarot deck is the Witch of the Forest Tarot Magic Deck. It's a cool deck. We'll just put that over there now. And I separate the major arcana from the four suits of the minor arcana, and we'll get into what those are when we get those. But for the major arcana, it's like this card where it's, what else do they want you to know about the overall energy of this new moon for us here? So let's take a look here and see what else we have. So what else for this Pisces new moon for us, please? All right, there it is. We'll also move those cards out of the way here. Okay. And we've got the Empress. Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, focusing on ourselves, growing ourselves. This is growth. This is abundance. This is, birthing new things into the world. 3, creativity, though, which is also the number of, like the 3 of Pentacles, which is about being true to your authentic self. And so I love that these are reinforcing that. And here we have Venus energy too. So self-love is an important aspect here. And as Venus goes into its retrograde, we'll start reflecting on not only how we love others and how we want to be loved by others, but how can we show ourselves love as well. And evaluating and really paying attention to where our self-love is at. So powerful energies that are coming in here during this new moon here. Now we'll dive into the 4 different areas of our lives, which are represented by the 4 minor arcana, the 4 suits, and the 4 directions. The medicine wheel I use, we have South is the fire energy, which would be the wand suit, which represents our passion, our drive, our ambition, our inspiration, our spiritual energy, and overall our energetic experience. So we'll mix all these up here and we'll see, what does Spirit want us to know about our energetic adventure because of this new moon in Pisces? So what do we have here? All right. So we do have a couple cards here. Let's see what we have. So the first one up here, we do have the 5 of Wands, which is a transformation of energy. Can start off as looking like a drama, but it does transform into something more friendly. Number 5 again with this change energy coming in. So it changes it from lower vibrational energy rooted in fear to higher vibration rooted in unconditional love. So there is this compassionate energy being ignited through this Pisces new moon that allows a new, I want to say approach, new perception, new viewpoints, and a new way of looking at a relationship. And it transforms relationships with people during this time. And that's the energy that's evolving there. Let's see what else we have here too. Yeah, because then we've got the Six of Wands, which is victory and energetic movement too. So you've got both the 5 and progressing to the 6. So I like that they're showing the progression and that there is change that happens with our energy, because when our intentions, our purpose, our focus changes, instead of focusing on what's going wrong and the lower vibrational things growing that, we actually switch to focusing on higher vibration. What are we grateful for, right? Both of this Leo energy here too, which is great because it's lower vibrational expression of Leo energy is look at me. And the higher vibration, which it's transforming into, is how can I lead? How can I help people? It's not about us being seen, but about how we can help others and how we can have our energy move into that as well. So I love that. We're also going to pull here from this oracle. This is actually from the Seasons of the Witch oracle, but this is the Letha, which is actually I believe is like the summer solstice. But when I was picking these cards, I didn't see what the backs of them looked like. And you've got the butterflies with the planet in here. You got the butterflies and the moon here. And I just feel like this Wands energy, fire energy, is summer energy. And I just feel like we're starting to feel that energy already that comes in, because that will be June 20th is normally the summer winter solstice, depending on what side of the world you're on. So let's take a look here. Let's shuffle these up here. I don't know if you can see this brilliant. It doesn't do it justice. It's a very beautiful purple. So let's take a look here. What else do you want us to know about the energetic adventure? And I feel like it impacts us and like comes to fruition like during summer more so, but it starts here. Yeah, look, number 5, clear quartz. It is definitely a time of change. I like the clear quartz energy. It says, the embrace of the shadows is gently lifting. Light is needed now to nourish you. Yeah, so out of the shadow into the higher vibration. I love that. Let's see what else they say here. Alrighty. So this is about clarity, light, amplification. It says clear quartz is known as the master healer in the mineral kingdom, and for good reason, as it has the ability to focus and direct energy, not just in the spiritual sense, but scientifically as well. Here's that spiritual energy. Perfect card for this wand suit. It's used every day in technology worldwide, from microchips and laser beams to microphones and radios, and the incredible gift of amplification, clarity, and focus are available to you and will help you to bring light to your own talents and higher states of being. Crystals are attracted to those who need them the most, and you've attracted the clear quartz card to encourage you to bring more light into your world in the form of positive energy. This card will guide you to put on your rose-tinted glasses, that compassion, right? And view the world with optimism and love. Speak positive affirmations. Openly give compliments. Go out of your way to experience joy and visualize positive energy swirling all around you. You are in need of more harmony in your life, and this card is your sign to do all you can to lift your vibrations. It's important to acknowledge your shadows, but be careful about getting stuck in the wounded healer archetype. Healing serves no purpose if you do not come back to the light to enjoy the life with a higher level of consciousness. And there's an Ignite Your Light ritual, which I'll read here too. It says, in this simple yet powerful ritual, you will learn how to ignite your light, which will help you expand and express intentional light from within. This ritual calls for the power of imagination. That is, spark imagination too. Find a place where you can have some peace, and once you practice this enough times, you'll be able to do it just about anywhere, even in noisy and crowded places. So take a few deep breaths and quiet your mind. Place both your hands on your tummy, and when you're ready, close your eyes and imagine a candle living in the center of your body, right where your belly is. Imagine reaching inside with both hands. You are holding a match in one hand and in the other a matchbook. Take a deep breath and light the match. Then slowly move it to the candle and light the candle. When the candle is lit, notice that the flame is a lovely bluish white flame. Move your hands out and take another deep breath, being still and allowing the warmth of the flame to embrace you from within. When you're ready, imagine the flame growing more prominent, brighter, and warmer. Let it expand and fill your entire body, staying there for a few slow, deep breaths, becoming familiar with your light and welcome its embrace and power. If you feel ready to do so, expand it outside of your body, but keep it close, imagining it shaping out like a balloon around you. Fit into the balloon shape and feel it vibrating all around you. Sit with it, befriend it, set intentions, and start a trusting relationship with your light. Wow. Powerful, powerful energy. What a great practice that we can do to help ignite that energy from within. And again, stepping into the powerful us is a huge piece of this, right? Great. Now we're going to go to the north, and the north is the element of earth, which is the suit of pentacles, where all of these are about inner things, the thoughts, the feelings, our energy. This is the only one about the outside world. Our physical bodies, everyone else on the human characters on stage with us, all our props, all our possessions, everything else. So this will be what is our physical, or what around our physical adventure do they want us to know about this? Pisces new moon energy. So what do you want us to know here? What about our physical adventure? Okay, this is the one here. And I like that we start to grow this, and this is what grows and grows and grows and becomes like, the more we practice it, the bigger it becomes. Or by summer, we're like, wow, we're going to see a huge change if you follow that practice. So for the physical world here, we have the Four of Pentacles. Now, the Four of Pentacles is this great journey. It's about stability in the outside world. It is the energy of home for me, but also there's a great awareness that comes with the Four of Pentacles regarding our self-worth. And a big thing that they learn is that, we're taught to look for our self-worth in the outside world into three buckets, right? Relationship, situations, and things. And it talks about when we do that, when we look to the outside world to define us, we feel unstable. And it's because all of those things are unstable. Relationships, humans change. They walk away, they pass away. So relationships with humans are unstable, and thus when we define ourselves by them, we feel unstable. The second one is situations like jobs, education, social status, whatever kind of situations we can get into. When we define ourselves by those ever-changing situations, we feel unstable, right? And then things like our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions, all those things break down, deteriorate, blow up, burn down, stolen, and so unstable, right? So eventually we become so disappointed in the outside world or bored with the instability of it, we eventually turn inward and upward and find the eternal unconditional love. It's the only thing that is stable in this dimension. Everything else is unstable and ever-changing, but eternal, unconditional. Eternal forever, that's pretty stable. Unconditional, not one condition. Just takes one condition to make something conditional. So unconditional means no conditions and that's pretty stable too. So we find the stability of our worth from the inside instead of the outside. So all this energy pointing us inward and upward is also being expressed there. Let's see, we have the Earthcraft Oracle. So let's see what else around our physical adventure does Spirit want us to know around this Pisces new moon energy. Okay. So I'm like, which one? And they're like, nope. There it is. So this is our card here. All right. So we've got the Shift, card number 38. Look, it's like the willow tree. So we'll put them right here. And let's see what this brings us here. So like the changing of the seasons, transitioning from who you are to who you're becoming is a gradual process. The shift arrives when you may feel suspended in time or as if at a crossroads. So you're ready to move towards something bigger, but there are many paths you could take. So much potential. It's hard to take that first step. Be still in this transition and take the opportunity to look before you leap. So look inward before you leap in the physical world, in the outside world. Now is your chance to gain additional clarity before making a decision. Review all options thoroughly and check in with your beliefs, values, and goals. Call in your guides. Being still may bring up feelings of anxiousness and vulnerability, so have compassion with yourself as you take this much-needed moment of suspension. Know that this transitional phase will pass, and soon a path will become clear. And we have another candle ritual, very interesting, with coming from two different authors. This is the Candle of Clarity ritual. The ingredients is a citrine crystal, a yellow candle, and eucalyptus oil. The day before this ritual, place the citrine crystal on a windowsill or somewhere it can take sunlight for a day. Put it away before the moon rises. Now the crystal has the energy of the sun to shine more light on a situation or a question. To begin, rub the outside of the yellow candle, symbolizing clarity, with a drop of eucalyptus oil. If the candle is in glass, add just a drop to the top. 1 drop is enough. Light the yellow candle. Next, circle your citrine crystal 3 times over the flame. Place it next to the candle. Sit in silence with the candle in front of you and do a series of 10 deep breaths, followed by gentle breathing for 5 minutes. Consider the different roads ahead and ask yourself which direction you feel most connected to at this moment. Envision what it would look like to follow that road and what steps you need to take moving forward. Wow. Beautiful. Great energies. And then we'll move to the east, which is the element of air, which is the suit of swords. And it represents our mindsets, our expectations, our beliefs, our values, our communication. So like we were talking about here with Mercury moving into its shadow on March 1st, a couple weeks it'll go retrograde. It'll be in that for, a few weeks, and then it has a post-shadow. But during that time, it's a great time to reflect on how your communications have gone, how you have communicated with others, how you feel others have communicated with you, and what changes you would like to make. That's the reflection period. The pre-shadow starts us as we get closer to its actual retrograde time. It'll become more intense and more potent, but we'll start feeling it now. So let's take a look here and see what they want us to know here about that Mercury retrograde. The pre-shadow, but the retrograde itself too. Yeah. Actually, get 2 for this one. All right. So up first, we have the 7 of Swords. You can see here, 7 of Swords is normally like the thievery, the deceit kind of energy. So this could be how maybe you feel like people have lied to you, how they've kept things from you, or maybe how you have kept things from others, not being absolutely truthful with them. So this is the journey of releasing some of these old beliefs and thoughts. And I like this about clarity here of communication. Be clear in your speech. Don't, you know how everyone has a different definition of what a lie is? Well, you asked me that and I said no to that, but you knew what I meant. And you're like, well, that's not what you asked. You know how it's like you have to be careful how you ask people things, because if you don't ask it with enough detail around it, they can answer generally, and you walk away thinking one thing and they walk away knowing you're walking away with the wrong perception, but they're okay with that, right? Or we might be doing that to them too. This is about gaining clarity. Let's see what else we have here too. Yeah, the Ace of Swords is gaining clarity. You're given this gift of clarity here, and here's Venus energy coming in too. So we do have this great ability to be able to see past, and with this Pisces energy, very much connected to intuition, of course. It's the sign that dives deep into our subconscious and intuition. Trust your gut. You'll gain a lot of understanding, and then you can ask follow-up questions. And just know that people do that, and we do that out of fear. We're fearing rejection, retaliation, someone getting upset. So we learned to lie a little bit when we were younger, because we know when we told the truth, we got spanked. But we also got spanked when they found out the truth wasn't being told. So I like this movement of energy that's coming in here. So, but I do feel like we'll gain a lot of clarity around past deceitful communications, but trust your intuition. It's really going to, I feel like this is a time of trusting your gut. So your mind kind of has to take a little bit of a break. We're just coming out of Aquarius season too. A week ago. So all this Aquarius energy of the thinker and the thinking, there is this change that comes in here. And this is a gift of seeing things from a higher perspective, a different perspective. So I feel like there's also kind of this message in here about when we communicate, actively listen to what someone is saying. One, that you trust in your gut, you see through these little facades. But the other is, instead of listening to prepare your argument and how you're going to rebuttal them, really listen to them, really communicate. We got a great ability to learn a lot during this, with this energy here. So I like that. We're going to jump up here to the Witching Hour Oracle and see what else they want you to know about this mental adventure around this Pisces new moon. And what else about the Mercury pre-shadow and retrograde? So what else? All right. There's our card. And we have, Midnight Moth. And this didn't even have a butterfly. Oh, they do have butterflies on them too. I didn't even realize that. So far, all three of these had butterflies on them here. Distraction. 39. Midnight Moth distraction. Look, and you got 38 and then 39. Interesting how people will use things to distract. Like, or we are people. Sometimes we know that if someone continues on the questioning path, that we're in trouble. So we'll kind of ignite a fight to distract from what's going on. And if you have ever had people that have tried to get you to, like they're trying to argue with you to change your mind, or we're trying to change someone else's mind. When they ask us a question, and you can even see it in politics all the time, right? How they never really answer the question. They just distract and take everything in a different direction. And we're like, what? Wait a minute. You never answered our question. So I like this. Distraction, following the wrong path, a need for change. So here's that change. So I like this. We're really learning around our communication that we follow a different path. And the tarot companion of this is the moon energy, amazingly enough. So it says, Midnight Moth brings an urgent message that you're in need for a drastic redirection. This is your last stop before it's too late to turn back. You've been lured onto the wrong path by a beautiful but dangerous light. We all do it. We all compare our journey to someone else's, right? Our mindset, our supposed to be, our should be, our need to be, following the opinion of others instead of what we want. And you might wonder what makes them so special, or how it is that they are always getting opportunities that never seem to make their way to you. The answer is that they are on their own path, which is completely separate from yours. You've been distracted, too focused on other people instead of taking the journey designed specifically for your soul. Again, this turning inward, right? Your unique gifts have been hiding behind your attempts to be something you're not. Maybe dressing in a style not your own, but which makes you feel as if you fit in. Or decorating your home to fit a trend that isn't really your taste. It could mean doing things with your friends that you would rather sit out, or changing your goals to make other people happy and more comfortable. Here's that deceit, right? The not being true to yourself, not showing who you really are, but hiding it. Midnight Moth wants you to know that it's not yet too late to turn things around, but it could be very soon. It may not seem so, but others can intuitively pick up when someone is not being authentic. So that's both us not being authentic, but also us picking up when other people are not being authentic. Exactly what we talked about. I love it. You may be in danger of losing out on something remarkable because you weren't showing up as yourself. Remember, the universe brings you opportunities that are meant for who you are, not who others believe you should be. Wow. I like that. So, very much this paying attention to how you're communicating. Are you living authentically? Going back to being true to your authentic self that we talked with the Empress as well. So beautiful. All right. And then we move to the West for our final element, which is water. It's the Suit of Cups, which of course is our emotions. So for this one, we'll find out about Venus, about how we can express our self-love, our love for others, how we want others to express their love to us, right? So that's the card here. And we have the Nine of Cups. Look, Pisces energy even. So Nine of Cups with Jupiter up here in the corner. It's a great card. Nine of Cups is one of the dreams come true cards. It also follows the Eight of Cups, where the Eight of Cups was us evaluating relationships and where we're investing our emotional energy and things like that, where we were transforming our emotion. And then we go into the unknown, and here we are arriving in this unknown place. But this does refer to, the Nine is the Hermit's journey, and the Nine of Cups starts off with self-love, and it's such a perfect card to come out with what we were talking about with Venus energy. It's learning how to love yourself and knowing that every relationship you have is a reflection of your own self-love. And so, we can't love someone else more than to the extent we love ourselves, nor receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. So this is about part of this journey of inward and upward, connecting to that chalice, the Holy Grail, being filled up with that eternal unconditional love from the upper realms. And when we fill up with that, one of my favorite, I can't remember what deck it is in right now. I have a lot of tarot decks, but there's one where it has it's almost like a champagne pyramid where it has like 4 cups, then 3 cups, then 2 cups, and then the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups fills up and it overflows over and fills up all the rest. And it's such a wonderful expression of that, because, we've got this misunderstanding in life that, again, we define ourselves by outside love, and, how other people feel about me defines my worth and my self-love and self-worth. But that's retail price. How other people feel about us, the value that other people have in us, is retail. It's constantly changing and fickle. We end up on the blue light special Kmart clearance rack, right? This is about, when we turn inward and upward, there's this fullness that comes in with that love. So I like that. A big piece of all this energy, and with this Venus retrograde, is going to be about discovering a lot about your self-love. And we'll be seeing it in the reflection of the mirrors around us. Every human relationship is a mirror, whether it's lover, friend, family member, coworker, whatever. But there are teachers showing us what we want to see about ourselves until we see it, right? Fun. Then we're going to go into the Wild Soul Oracle cards here for our final card message here. Wow, that was an interesting shuffle there. The cards were not as, they're a little lighter than the others. All right, there we go. So let's take a look here. What else about our emotional adventure around this Pisces new moon? What do you want us to know? Okay, here we go. And we have the Whale with wisdom. Diving deep into the waters. Whales can go very, very deep. And they have balloons. That's hilarious. I love that. All right, let's put them here. And let's see what the whale has for us here. So whales are ancient creatures of the deep. It's the subconscious world, symbolizing profound wisdom, intuition, and the mysteries of the ocean. Their songs resonate through the waters, connecting them to their environment and to each other. This card encourages you to dive deep into your inner wisdom and trust the knowledge that comes from within. Again, within. The whale reminds you that true wisdom is often found in the depths, not on the surface. So trust in the deep wisdom within you. Now is the time to listen to your intuition and connect with your inner truths. Not the small t truths, but the capital T truths, right? These small t truths rooted in fear are those lies, those opinions, the supposed to's, the shoulds, the need to's, the have to's, the musts. The Ace of Swords connects us to the higher realm where we can have that. The questions you can ask is, what wisdom lies within me? How can I connect with my intuition? And am I avoiding deep self-reflection? Well, I don't know if we're going to be able to avoid it with all this Pisces energy that we're having during this month, but we definitely have this new moon energy nudging us to look at things from a new perspective and see things differently as well. So I love that energy, and that's what they have for us here for this little season here. Now, if you want to dive even deeper, I do offer personal readings. There's a link down below, and actually they're on sale for my birthday month. Maybe longer, we'll see. But if you take a look at the description box of the video, you can see that the prices have been reduced for my personal recorded readings, my relationship readings, my past life readings, and some of the others that are there. So be sure to check that out. Also, if you want to get to know me even more deeply, I do offer memberships. I have 2 levels, Zen Cricket at $2.99 a month, Praying Mantis at $7.99 a month. And I have live readings on Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday night, and Sunday morning for everyone, where everyone can have a chance for a free reading. And donations get deeper readings and priority there. But also, I have special reading sessions for my YouTube channel members. Wednesday nights, we all get together, both levels, for a couple hours, past life readings, tarot readings, oracle readings, stock astrology, whatever. And then my Praying Mantis level, the higher level, we actually get together on Thursday nights for a couple hours, Friday and Saturday night after those sessions, and Sunday after those sessions. Plus, Sundays, whatever I don't get to in those 2 hours, I always come back on to finish all free readings that day. But Fridays and Saturdays, I don't often get to a ton of all the free readings, but I make sure my donations and my YouTube channel members, that they get their readings. It's part of your membership. So if you're interested, there is another link down below on how to sign up for that. All right. I love this adventure. I love all this pointing inward, all of this authenticity, discovering who we really are, sharing the true us with the world, and getting a lot of clarity around our self-love and our communication too around this time. So remember, as we're going through all this adventure, that every second of every day of our lives, we truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until we chat again, much love, hang in there, take care of yourself, and have fun.